Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Little by little, I'm starting to come back around to my old self. Dealing with this Rona has not been easy. It definitely knocks your butt in the ground, so to speak. I keep trying to put out videos, but it's hard sometimes to really stay focused just because the fatigue really does take over the body. Anyways, let's get back into gold, silver, and cryptos. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, go to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get a free half ounce of silver. Oh yes, look at that miner, $1,250. To my subscribers over there on Pimpy's News Network, this could be you. Or even better, this could be you. All 15 squares full, which led to a 64,000 jackpot that I got. That's right, if you're a subscriber on Pimpy's News Network and you pay $5 or more per month, this could be you. Once a month, we will select one name out of the network that pays $5 or more on their subscription, and you will automatically be entered into a drawing. If your name is selected, we will reach out to you via email to let you know you have been selected. We will let you know what day. We will go live on air from the casino, put in $100 on your behalf, and from there, everybody could watch live to see if you walk away with hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, and possibly even tens of thousands of dollars. We will all see live on air what the outcome is. That's going to be the fun part of this whole thing. So come on over and join Pimpy's News Network. $5 a month is all you have to pay to be eligible for the drawing. And again, if you're selected, we will do this live on air. You will see what the winner gets. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come on over there and join us. I look forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So does a lot of other people. Many people have been asking me questions about it. So I know there's a lot of people anticipating the drawing. All right, so there's not a whole lot of activity going on with cryptos. They just seem dead in the water. They're stagnant. Not a lot of swings one way or another. I thought they'd probably bottom out. I was wondering if they're going to rebound since the last time I did a video. But since then, I've noticed there are a lot of exchanges, targets of different types of investigation. One of them is the Winklevoss twins. Yes, they're being investigated. So I started wondering why so many of these different platforms are being targeted. I think this feeds more into what I've been saying all along. They have no intentions on allowing cryptocurrencies to exist. They don't want anything competing with their digital currency. And when the time came, they would take down as many exchanges as possible, start suing people. You would start seeing the death of a lot of different cryptocurrencies. And it appears that's what's happening. Not only that, NFTs as well. They've lost a lot of value. Although everything is in green, the values are way lower than they were. Bitcoin's at $29,755. Ethereum's at $1,791. Cardano's at 56 cents. XRP's at 39 cents. They don't seem to be moving very much at all. Solana's at $38.13. Dogecoin's still at 8 cents. Polkadot below $10 now at $9.37. Shiba's at 4011. Crypto.com sitting around 17 cents. So not a lot of movement. You can look over here at the 52-week average to see that the blue dot for most all of these are all the way over to the left, which is not the area you want it in. So the other day I said something about Saitama that I was wrong about. I said they added a zero and they were at 804 something at the time. That was actually wrong. They had not added a zero. As a matter of fact, they've continued to slowly but surely gain in value. Today it's up 15.1%. So they didn't add a zero. They've been sitting around the 8 zeros, 1-3 mark, 1-2 mark, and then now they're much higher than that. You can see right now they're at 8 zeros, 5176. Over the past hour, they are down 1.6%, but over the last 24 hours, they are up 15.1%. Over the last 7 days, they are negative 2.2%, but over the last 14 days, they're up 52%. The average for the 30-day has come way down. It's a negative 12.1. It used to be like negative 50 something percent. So the overall averages are starting to look better for those who are holding on to Satama. 14 days up 52%. That's nice. So I'm still holding on to my SHIB and I'm still holding on to my Satama. Not a lot of action over here with Luna, just sitting there at 4083. It did go up a little bit, but it has leveled out. I'm not sure what the heck's going to happen with them. They just seem to be sitting there so far. Again, it was worth it to me just to take a gamble on Luna. And the reason for that is we know that they were close to $100 each at one time. Could they recover? Could they recoup? Is there any hopes that these guys might start to go back up? If so, I'm definitely on the bandwagon. You can see the Russian ruble now is at 0.016. 0.016. At one time, they were 0.0072. Now up to 0.016. I told you that currency definitely would rebound. Not only that, it's now the strongest currency in the world. And that's because it's backed by gold, like it should be. Silver is still close to that $22 an ounce mark. It's at $21.90. It started to quickly climb towards $22.50 and then was brought back down, which doesn't make no sense. I'll show you why here shortly. But if you look for the hour by hour, yeah, it's just still continuing to climb up slowly with the exception of the smackdown since yesterday. Precious metals are continuing to be manipulated. But there is something interesting happening to silver. I brought up before, but we're going to listen to Chris talk about it in a moment. Gold's been flat, sitting around that 1,850 mark. Hasn't done a whole lot itself neither. Hasn't done a whole lot either. So around the same time when gold and silver are starting to make a run back up, both of them got smacked back down to where they are now. It's not a major loss, but for some reason the powers that be are trying to keep gold and silver horizontal. So Ralphie and Chris and a couple other people have been talking about the fact that the silver is disappearing out of the COMEX. One, where is it going? And two, why the hell isn't it being reflected in the value of silver? Think supply and demand. Let's listen to what Chris has to say a little bit. I will leave a link for this video so you can go watch it in your entirety. So let's listen in on Chris Marcus from Arcadia Economics.
There, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics. And in today's video, we're digging into the silver market and a recent development that happened on the COMEX where, as you can see from John Adams, you for Arcadia Economics. And in today's video, we're digging into the silver market and a recent development that happened on the COMEX where, as you can see from John Adams, mentioned that in the last 2 trading days alone, 7.5 million troy ounces have been removed from the registered category, which certainly is a rather sizable amount. Actually, in an interview scheduled with Ronan Manley, where it was on his show this.
You can see John Adams down below said, what the hell is happening with silver? That is a good question. That's not no small amount by any stretch of the imagination. 7.5 million troy ounces have been removed from the registry.
This morning, and he was asking about how you have over half of the metal in the COMEX registered stockpile has come out since last February during that historic silver squeeze weekend, which you can see right here. And then it's drained out rather consistently since then, a bit of a jump here. But
so again, my question is, with all of the silver being drained out of the COMEX, and we know there's a huge demand for silver, and Chris is going to bring it up here pretty soon, that the demand for silver is actually increasing year by year, but they're already operating in a deficit. So if that much silver is out of the COMEX, where the hell is it going, and how come the prices are still too low?
Small on that chart, yet 72 million ounces remaining, and here there was over 150 million at silver squeeze. So certainly to see over half of it come out is significant development, although if you do take the chart back a little further, you can see a lot of that came out had been recently added going back to July of 2020 when JP Morgan deposited 30 million ounces. You did see the price of silver go from about 18 to almost 30 around that time. And then you see it touched up at 30 again on silver squeeze weekend, has come out since then. Still higher than at many periods of time, at least going back the last 20 years. Although interesting to see that here in 2008, right around when silver was falling from $21, that you see a lot of metal coming out. This is when there was a shortage of metal as silver fell from $21 to $9 in 2008, amidst the Lehman crisis and other things. And then shortly thereafter, when it got low, you see the price spike. Again, in 2016, you see a low point here. And that was when the price did jump from 14 to 20 in the first half of 2016. So again, we'll see how that continues. Not historically low, but certainly when you see half of it come out since an event where the bank's own research confirmed that they had fears of running out of metal. I think they were referring more to London perhaps than the COMEX, but you saw a lot of chaos in between the silver supply. And again, 7.5 million ounces have come out. Here is LBMA London Silver Holdings, similar pattern. There was that peak back in February. So metal coming out, and perhaps different than some other points in time, because now we have the sanctions on Russia that's basically cutting them and their resources off the globe, as well as 8% inflation prints, which could come down as the Fed is raising interest rates. But here, coming from the World Silver Survey, global demand expected to continue upward trajectory, reports Silver Institute's World Survey. Global demand surged 19% to 1.05 billion ounces in 2021, hitting a 6-year high. And the survey said that demand for silver could reach a high of 1.12 billion ounces in 2022. So at least the forecast from the groups that look at this closer than anyone else I know, and certainly matches the other data I've seen, projecting further increases, while also at the same time, you hear a lot of the mining projects are getting put on hold.
A huge increase. That's not like a small amount. That's a huge increase in demand. But if the silver is disappearing off the COMEX and they're not investing, or I shouldn't say there's companies out there that are mining for silver, are either stopping or slowing down production because it's not worth it, where are they going to go to get their silver? Our missile technology uses silver. Satellites, cell phones, all these things indeed use silver. Where is this silver going to come from? Well, it's going to have to come from people like us to hold on to it. So right now is a great time to be investing into silver. It has been for some time. So just take advantage of the cheaper prices, because they're not going to stay this cheap much longer. The inventory in COMEX is half of where it was a year ago. In just a span of 2 days, 7.5 million ounces of silver left the COMEX? What the heck is going on? Obviously, the price of gold and silver is not being reflected accurately. There's no doubt about that at all.
With the price just above the cost of production for some of the primary silver miners, Greg Liller of Sierra Madre was on here yesterday, and I thought it was interesting asking him, where is this metal coming from if the market is running a deficit? And he said that it must be coming from the investment supply, which we've seen it is, and demand expected to stay strong. So that's the supply and demand. Taking a look at some of the retail prices, here's Buffalo's. That's $27.09 if you're getting over 500. That's still a $5 premium to 22.10 spot price on Buffalo's. Here, look at the American Eagles, 36.09. That's on 1500. But look, if you're getting anywhere 1 to 499, 37.09 on 22.10. That's a $15 premium, which is 68%. And I think it's interesting because now you're seeing metal come off of the COMEX at the same time that a lot of supply is not available, as evidenced by these high premiums.
Well, not just that, but the fact that the people are paying the high premiums only demonstrates that the demand is there. That people are willing to pay that much in premiums only shows you that they know that what we see out there costing us an ounce of silver is ridiculously cheap. So over the last couple of years, there has been plenty of time to continue to stack silver. At the rate it's starting to disappear, it's not going to be available much longer. The demand is increasing, people are becoming educated, and they're not parting with their physical inventory. Anyways, that's it for now, you guys. Right now is a great time to be buying silver. And when you do, go to our friends over at Money Metals. Remember, if you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and get a free half ounce of silver. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.